welcome back or to the channel. I understand I've been away for a while. I think I've been away for like 3 months now. So I do have a little bit of explaining to do, and we're gonna get to that. So first off, I just want to say sorry to all the guys that normally comment on the videos and they want to see more videos, and I know y'all are loyal to y'all just want to see videos and stuff. And really, over the past 3 months, we've been me and my family and my wife, with our business, we've been really busy. And I'm not trying to make excuses, but to find time to be able to sit there and record what I'm doing, and then find time to be able to edit the videos and stuff after I get done doing 12-hour days, it makes it a little bit difficult. And so I haven't, and plus I want to be able to give you guys stuff that's worth watching. So with that being said, we have been extremely busy, and I've got a couple notes here actually written on the back of all these invoices that I still need to do. So that's on top of everything else. That's another thing that needs to be done. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 invoices that I haven't invoiced, that I haven't created an invoice for and sent them off to the respected parties yet. So on top of everything else, on top of doing the loads and doing all that stuff, I still have to do invoices. And that's another thing that I want to explain to you guys, especially if you guys are just starting out. I want to be able to explain to you the differences between having your own direct customers that will be able to, I don't know if y'all can hear that. My chocolate lab in the background is taking a drink and just, anyways, if that's annoying, sorry, it'll be all right. So anyways, the difference between, because when you have direct customers, you have to directly bill them, and you have to that has to be billed to their respective parties on their emails. And then sometimes, depending on the customer, it might take a week to get paid. It might take 2 weeks to get paid. It might take 30 days to get paid. It might take 60 days to get paid. That's on you on talking to your customers that you find and that you get on how you want your billing cycle to be. Me personally, I wouldn't really do anything over 30 days pay, because then you really put yourself in a bind. Even 30-day pay is a long time to wait to get paid. But if you, like I've explained in other videos, if you're able to create this cycle of constantly doing these, and then, so now you got the checks rolling in, and then you're still doing these and getting like these invoices, I'll have to wait, I think, all these are 2 days, or not 2 days, 2 weeks to get paid. They're 15-day pay. So all my customers are on 15-day pay. There's one that's on like a 30-day pay, but regardless, I have other invoices that I've already billed that we've created this cycle. So it's like next week I'm still getting paid for all these things that I've done in the past. As long as I continue to bill these out, I'll still continue to get checks almost every day, every other day. So anyway, so that's what that is. I also have these notes on the back of this to kind of explain where I've been, what I've been doing. I was kind of nervous about making this video. First and foremost, because I know there's been a couple people that have commented and been like, dude, where you been? I've had a lot of people unsubscribe. I get it. That's the biggest thing on YouTube, is that you have to be consistent. And for me, I got too wound up trying to grow the business and trying to just continue to keep the ball rolling on the business, rather than trying to show everybody that right at this second. But I promise you guys there are going to be, I will continue to make videos now, and I'll make them more consistent, like this should be. They might be 1 to 2 videos a week. Haven't quite decided yet. I kind of want to talk over with my wife just to kind of see you in our schedules. Because, with my kids, after, even after I get done doing loads and stuff, my son's got soccer, my daughter's got gymnastics. There's family things that I have to take care of as well. So within that schedule, we'll figure out what we can do. And I'll make sure I get videos out to you guys. The business is doing absolutely great, absolutely phenomenal. I'm extremely blessed, and extremely just blessed to be in the position that we're in right now. Just because some of the people that we know, take these off. I make these hats. I don't know if you guys can see these. I don't physically make them, but I have these hats made, and these were actually free because the logo was put on the inside, or on the middle. Normally I like them off to the side, but anyway, so they made them. They had a little error on that, so they gave me these for free, and so I think I made 20, and it was like maybe $300 or something, something like that. It was like 20 or 25 for like $300, something like that. But I hand these out to all my customers, all of their employees that work there. So like all the customers, so obviously I give my direct contacts, I give them first dibs on the hats and what they want. And then I hand the hats out to all the other employees, the guys that load me, the guys that help me, the guys that I just kind of get to know, after going in and out so many times, you kind of create a relationship with these guys. And, they're part of the reason why your business does what it does, which is grow. So of course I'm gonna treat them. These are the Richardson hats, the Richardson 112 snapback little hats. I don't do the flat bill thing. That's not me. Yes, the mullet is still here. In case anybody was wondering, it's still here. It's still doing great. Yeah, but yeah, so this is so the hats are kind of a big thing for me. Is I hand these hats out to as many people as I can, especially around town and around just around my area, and they help spread the word of the business. And like a proven fact of that is a customer of mine. I handed it out to one of their employees. They happened to be wearing the hat at one of their kids' baseball games. One of the other parents happens to own a welding and fab shop. They said, "Hey, do you own a Hotshot company? Is that your company?" And they said, "No, it's my buddy's." They gave them my information. Now I got another customer. So that's why I'm always making these hats, and that's why I always have these hats. And if you guys would like a hat, I'd be more than willing to give you guys hats. Now, depending on how many people actually want hats, because they are kind of expensive. So depending on how many people actually want them, excuse me, I got allergies, it's not COVID. Depending on how many people actually want them, I might actually have to charge y'all, just depending on what it is. It's not gonna be some crazy outrageous, charge. I just wanna make enough to be able to actually put it back into the making of the hats. I'm just gonna basically charge y'all. If it costs me $300 to make the hats, then I want to sell all those hats and make $300 back so I can make another batch. I'm not making any money off of it. I just want to get the business out there. I want to get the hats out there, let everybody know. And so yeah. So with a part of knowing people and getting to know people is part of the business that has actually grown exponentially for me is we have a lot of people that we know that own insulation companies, and they do the spray and foam insulation. And so here lately, that has been actually a huge thing for us, and so much so that we actually got in contact with, or I actually got to meet the CFO of that company that they're getting their foam from. It's polyurethane. So I got to talk to the CFO and talk to him about what I do and what it is that we do, and let him know, we can go anywhere. He's got a lot of customers in Oklahoma. They are based out of the Dallas area, unfortunately. So it's like, but I do have other customers that take stuff down to the Dallas area. So I'll get to that in a little bit if you guys stick around. So But yeah, so that was the so it come kind of all over the place. So it comes, the spray and foam comes in these 55-gallon drums, and these drums, they come 4 to a pallet and they're banded down to the pallet, and so the maximum I can haul is 5 pallets. And here these last couple of times, it's kind of been an issue with some of my customers being able to get them the amount that they want. They want maybe a pallet or two more. So that's kind of been an issue. So I looked into I looked into the avenue of box trucks, and I looked into box trucks and what I could haul with box trucks. And unfortunately, you know, a good box truck, you know, that's 24, 26 foot long box truck, that could possibly haul all the stuff that I need for, because these customers that I have that use this stuff, they live within a 30-minute radius of me. So basically for me to bring, go down to Texas, I would, try not to shake that. I would want to try to do it all in one shot. The issue with that is the weight. So the box truck was kind of a option that I was gonna have to see if it could possibly work to where I could get all of my customer stuff on the truck at once and then bring it down. That way I'm not making, you know, 2-3 trips. I could just do it in kind of one trip and make my money and save on fuel and things like that. So unfortunately, after looking into it, the box trucks and any other possible avenues, it's going to require me, in order for me to do that in one shot, it's going to require me to have a CDL. Which brings me to my second point. Possibly gonna work on getting my CDL. Not 100% sure yet, guys. I'm still looking into it. I'm still talking to other guys that I have a buddy that I went to high school with. His name's Garrett. He has a CDL set up. He's got a 3500 with a 40-foot gooseneck, and it's just a CDL setup, and he can haul. I think he said like 16,000 pounds. So compared to what I can haul now, 12,000 compared to the 16,000, would it make that much of a difference? I don't know. Haven't quite figured it out yet. So I've done talking with him. I've talked with Load Miser. He has a CDL. Kind of try and pick his brain about, you know, what I should do, if I should try and get like a 4,500 or a 5,500. But at that same time, I can't get a heavy enough duty like trailer to be able to haul the, you know, 24 to 26,000 pounds of freight that I would need. So I don't know. So possibly looking into getting my CDL. I don't exactly know yet. I'm gonna tell you guys right now. First, I mean, just straight out of the gate, I am not gonna get a semi. I refuse to get a semi for myself personally. Would I possibly think about leasing somebody on that's got a semi? Sure, yeah, because that could help me with some of my other customers. But for me personally, and if I were going to own it, I'm not owning any semis. I'm not going to buy a semi. I'm not going to do anything of that matter. That's just my personal preference. The semis, they're very expensive. They're hard to keep up with. I know a lot of people trash on the trucks. They don't last that long. You know, baloney. You know, if you keep up with your stuff, you take care of your stuff, you take care of your trucks, you take care of your trailers, they'll last you a while. They'll make you your money back for sure. And so, yeah, I'm not getting a semi. I will not get away from Hotshot. I will continue to do true Hotshot, or I say true Hotshot. Because true Hotshot is like a red-eye flight. I mean, it's just like you pick it up, and that's another thing I'll talk about too, is what I did. But anyways, to kind of piggyback off the possible CDL, is also new customers. Over these past 3 months, I've gained a lot of customers. Some have to do with the hats, some have to do with actually some of my neighbors actually spreading the word about us. People that actually own companies that drive by that actually live down the road from me. They see my truck and my trailer and they see the decals, it's got it all decaled out. And they end up coming over and they end up asking about it and saying, hey, is there any way I can use you? What give me a quote, what can we do? Let's see if we can make something work. And it ends up working out. And then it's, it's kind of a win-win for everybody. So we've picked up a lot of new customers, and that kind of ties back into with the possible box truck, the possible CDL. Nothing is 100% sure yet. Like I said, I'm still talking to my wife about it. I'm still talking to Load Miser about it. I'm still talking to my buddy Garrett about it. I'm talking to my dad about it. I'm talking to a lot of people about it, especially my dad, because my dad could actually use the box truck in Dallas. He's based out of the Texas area, and if I just get the box truck just for one customer for right now, I could do my little bit, and he's been needing a box truck because he actually has customers that need the box truck, so then I could just let him use it. Obviously, he's my dad. I'm not going to charge him anything. That's, he's given me life. He's given me a lot and helped out a lot. So obviously, I'm not going to charge him anything. But yeah, that's where we've been. That's what we've been doing. We've been doing a lot of loads, and we've been doing a lot of running. I pick up a load first thing in the morning. Like, I gave you guys a perfect example of last week, which is two of these, or actually one of these, because the other one doesn't need an invoice. But I picked up a load here in the Tulsa area. It goes to Fort Worth. I actually posted it on my Instagram, and if you don't follow me on Instagram, I'll put a little thingy somewhere if I know how to edit. It's been a while since I've edited. So we went to the Tulsa area, picked up a load for a customer, and then we took it to Fort Worth, Texas. Now, I already had something lined up. I had to go down to Texas anyway to pick up this polyurethane stuff. So I was like, perfect, this will work out great. And a lot of people ask me about I've gotten some messages on Instagram about my rate per mile and stuff, and I know a lot of this stuff I don't like to. I usually don't like to talk about on here or really anywhere. I don't really like to talk about it, but I'll tell you guys this one, and this is probably the only one that I tell you, but unless it's through a broker, but that's another thing we'll get to after I tell you this. Picked up in the Tulsa area, took it down to Fort Worth. Dropped off in Fort Worth, had to drive about 25 minutes to Arlington and pick up the polyurethane. Got the polyurethane, brought it back to my house. Not literally to my house, but within a couple miles of my house because they live just down the road. That one day, that was right at 11 and a half hours, and I spent right at $200. It's $190 to $200 in diesel, and that total day I made a total of $1,300, and that was in one day. One day, long day, kind of sucked, but it is what it is. I mean, $1,300 in a day. I mean, you can't beat that. I mean, it was 253 miles to Fort Worth, and then it was we'll just say another 253 miles. I mean, that's 506 miles, and I made $1,300. So it's a fairly good rate. I can't complain, especially if I only spent, we'll just say $200 in diesel. I still made $1,100. And some guys explain their insurance and stuff, but my insurance is $1,300. I don't calculate my insurance out of every load I do. I know some people do. Macy, my chocolate lab's crying because everybody's outside. Shoo! And we're back. All right. Sorry, I had to take my lovely chocolate lab out. So yeah, $1,300 one day. It's pretty good. I like the video Load Miser just actually put out just recently about his run out west. He said it's nothing about, he's not trying to brag or anything, and I'm not trying to brag. Let's just get that out there. I'm not trying to bag at all. I'm not trying to make $1 million in a year. I can go ahead and tell you all that right now. But he said, you know, if you, I can't exactly remember what he said, but he said something about, you know, if you watch my channel to just dog on me, you know, say, oh, well, I can do better than that. Well, then go watch somebody else's stuff. And I mean, that's the truth. I mean, why are you gonna watch somebody's channel just to rag on them and say, oh, well, I can do better than that? Give you a good round of applause. Nobody gives a crap, man. If you do better than me, good for you. I'm not trying to gross $1 million. And let me make sure I put this the right way. Is it gross $1 million in net, like 20,000, or is it flopped? I don't know. I'm not trying to make $1 million on paper and then turn around and I really only made $20,000 profit. That's not what I'm doing. I'm not traveling all over the world. I'm not traveling. I stay as local as I can. I'll stay within the surrounding states of me. Sure, I'll go out to Tennessee and Georgia and Alabama some of the times, but it ain't OTR. I ain't doing that. You're wearing out your truck, you're wearing out your trailer, you're wearing out yourself, you're wearing out your seat. That's just not, it's not our business plan. That's something my dad always tells me. He's like, what's in your business plan? I'm like, Dad, I don't know what's in my business plan. It's just flying by the seat of my pants. I'm just trying to make some dollars. But anyways, so let's get to the actual the true hotshot comment that I made. So I had a load I took down to I went up to Kansas, and I came back and I had a customer of mine panicking, saying, hey, I have one pallet, it might weigh like 100 pounds. It could fit in the back of your truck. I need it in Ohio by tomorrow. Or I need it in Ohio by the next day. I had like a day and a half to get there, which worked out great because it's like 15 hours. So that was a true hotshot load. I loaded it in the back of the truck and I just hauled as much as I could, stopped, hauled as much as I could, and then I just hauled. I got it there on time, got it there like they wanted it to. There were, but they paid a whole lot of money for this one pallet, and that was probably the first like true hotshot load that I've done. But these allergies, man. And then so I also mentioned the brokers. Guys, I haven't used the load board. I haven't used the broker in I want to say I haven't used a broker in a good 2 months, two and a half months, something like that. I haven't used a broker. I haven't gotten on the load board. I haven't tried to get on the load board, and that's just because you get your name out there and you get these direct customers, and I promise you guys, these brokers are screwing a lot of people. I've had customers, actually direct customers that I've gotten, that said, well, man, before I was paying, let's just say for layman's terms, they were like, hey, I was paying $1,000 on this load before, and you're doing it for $700. How is that? I explained to them, the broker has to make their money. They have your connection. They can charge you this much. You don't know any better because you don't have an outside source like me to tell you, hey, I can actually do this for $700, save you $300. And if you constantly have these loads out, these loads out of here that constantly are running, the same lane all the time, well, that $300 adds up a lot. And they're floored by how much the broker actually takes, because the broker doesn't do anything other than phone calls and sets up the shipping and receiving with a truck. And so when I kind of explain everything to them, that's they're extremely grateful, and I'm extremely grateful to be able to have these customers. But yeah, that's all I have on my notes, actually. that I wanted to talk about. Not very many notes. I do have to do all these invoices, and yeah. But I can promise you guys one thing: we're gonna be back posting videos. Like I said, one to two videos a week, depending on what my wife says. They're actually outside because I told them I was gonna make this video, so they're outside. They're outside playing. It's a beautiful, beautiful day. It's a beautiful Memorial weekend. Yeah, again, guys, I'm sorry. I know there are guys out there that couldn't give a crap about my channel. There are guys out there that actually like my videos, and I really appreciate you guys. And actually, Loadmiser just sent me a message on Instagram because he gave me a shout out on his YouTube, so I can really appreciate that. You know, just all I can say is I'm sorry. We're gonna be back full time. Oh well, sort of full time. You know, full time to me. Trying to make these videos and trying to edit them, it's just a pain. Trying to find a time, you know, like I said, with these loads that I'm taking, you know, down to Texas and coming back, it's a lot of things are in motion. You don't have time. You can't. My brain isn't like first thing to, oh, gotta grab my camera type thing. Then my brain's never worked like that. But I am gonna get better. I promise you guys. So stay tuned for some good quality. Probably gonna be funny because I'm gonna probably make fun of myself a lot because, as y'all know from previous videos, I can't talk. And I have my mom likes to say I have a nervous tick because I sniffle a lot, like, and I'm actually sniffling because I have allergies right now. So this video is actually kind of hard for me to make because I'm struggling over here, guys. I'm struggling, I'm dying. I went to Arkansas. I don't know how anybody lives there. Anyways, I hope you guys have an amazing weekend. Make sure you guys understand why we have this weekend. All the people that have served and that are still serving. Thank you guys. God bless you guys. Yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. Appreciate you guys watching, and stay tuned.